What's up, nerds? It's Saturday morning! Alright, dork chops, here we go. Doing Super Mario 3. So, we're totally doing this on the NES Mini, which is the, smaller NES that Nintendo uses to resell the same games to us over and over and over and over again. Yeah. So, Mario 3. So apparently this is the tale of an Italian plumber from Brooklyn who tries to get a date with a princess who, strangely, is the only human in a land of talking mushrooms and turtles. Yeah, I'm not making this up. It's cool, though. I mean, seriously, part of the charm is just how weird this thing is. So I remember when this game came out, and I also remember how it was revealed, so, I remember seeing a trailer for this, movie called The Wizard. And this movie was the new Super Mario. Super Mario 3. Oh yeah. Did you ever see that flick? Got Fred Savage and, oh yeah, great Christian Slater. He got an Oscar nom for his performance of the Wizard. He didn't get an Oscar nom? Well, he should have got an Oscar nom. It was pure magic. So, I just want to say for a second, like, how much this game cost when it came out. Like, most games were like, you know, 50 bucks. That's pretty, you know, normal for, you know, an NES game at the time. But I want to put that into perspective. If you adjust for inflation, you know, that $50 to, you know, 30 years later, seriously, Super Mario 3 comes out to over $90. If you were to buy Super Mario today, it's like 90 bucks. That's crazy. Are you guys old enough to remember, like, actually renting these games? I remember having to wait a really long time to rent this thing. Remember when everybody was like a video rental place? Like, growing up when I was a kid, there was a gas station that rented, you know, movies and games and stuff. It was a gas station. And I looked for this game every day I was there. Because everybody in town used that same cartridge. Seriously. It was like the Village Bicycle. Too much? Anyway. My friends and I would rent this thing, and, you know, we would stay up until like 2 in the morning. Trying to play Super Mario 3. And we sucked. I mean, I still suck, but we really sucked then. To give you an idea, you know, I mean, we might get to world, you know, 2-1 in the desert land before we would get a game over. Oh. Yes, I'm gonna get the whistle, and yeah, I'm probably gonna use it. Come on. It's a game, just have fun. Yep. Toot my flute. I toot my flute whenever I can. Pick a box. Its contents will help you on your way. Have a mushroom. It'll make you bigger. This is starting to feel a lot like, you know, Alice. Like, you know, through the looking glass kind of stuff. I mean, like, you know, Jefferson Airplane. Except, you know, way less trippy. Well, actually, I don't know if it's less trippy than Jefferson Airplane. He's like flying disco balls. I guess they make you funky if they hit you. skeleton Koopa things. I guess they're kind of creepy. Yes, I'm getting the second whistle. It's not cheating. Okay, here's the thing about this underground music. You know, this game was made, like, in the late 80s. So, you can imagine what, like, rap and R&B was like. You can imagine, like, somebody in Japan saying, hey, we need to fix this underground music, so, somebody lay down a fat beat so we can put under it. And then someone immediately, like, starts beatboxing like a 10-year-old white kid from the Midwest. I know this because I know a 10-year-old white kid from the Midwest that beatbox exactly like this. No, really. It's weird. It's really like... Look, it's just embarrassing. Oh, yeah! That's 5 up, baby! 3 stars. I'm awesome. I'm the dog's bollocks. I'm not sure what that means, but I hear it's awesome. This is what happens when you get cable from, you know, other countries. You start talking in their slang, and you have no idea what it means. What the? Oh, I don't know what happened, but I just feel awesome. You know, like the dog's bollocks. I'm chuffed. Look, I don't even know what any of this crap means, but supposedly it's good. Okay, so apparently they were also, like, promoting the NES Advantage around this time, and seriously, if you played this game with the NES Advantage, there was no advantage to using the NES Advantage with this game. It was just impossibly, stupidly hard. Oh yeah, now it's time for this guy. Yeah, it's one of the Hammer Brothers. Oh man! Oh, that's alright. That's why I always check. There could be something in the block. Hammer Brothers, Hammer Brothers. You know, Hammer Brothers sounds like a great name for a 70s action movie. The Hammer Brothers. Okay. I got it. Hear me out on this. The Hammer Brothers. Okay, so you got these 2 brothers, right? And now they're private detectives in a, you know, a bad part of town. But they grew up there and they love it. And they know all the people. Okay, and they're also former boxers. So that's why they're called the Hammer Brothers, because, you know, they can, like, hit someone like a hammer. Okay, so, anyway. Okay, so you have some greedy white land developers coming in and buying up the property, you know, and tearing them down so they can put in, like, trendy shopping places. Right? But, you know, the people who live there their whole lives, they don't want anything to do with that. So they're like, they go to the Hammer Brothers like, hey man, what's going on? Can you help us out? And they're like, yeah, we can help you out. So they go to these land developers and they're like, hey man, we don't appreciate what you're doing. And then the greedy land developers are like, we're not afraid of you, Hammer Brothers. You know, but you should be afraid of our lawyers. And then the Hammer Brothers are like, we ain't afraid of your lawyers, but you should be afraid of my hammer. Anyway, so they do some more investigating and to find out that the greedy land developers are actually in league with Colombian drug lords. Yeah. They're like financing the whole thing. Right? So, a lot of, like, you know, other action ensues. There's, like, you know, punching involved, you know, like the hammer. And then, you know, depending on how R-rated you go, you know, people get shot up to smithereens, or maybe the land developers can get run over by their own steamroller. You know, that kind of stuff. It'd be awesome. And of course, you gotta have some, you know, some fine ladies in there, and some innuendo. Like, one of them could say, hey, hammer! I know you hammer with your fist. Can you hammer something else? And they'd actually be like holding a hammer. like fixing something. And they'll be like, oh yeah, honey. Look, you have to do that stuff. That'd make a great movie. So I turn into a raccoon? Tanuki? Anyway, it makes me fly. I don't know how that works, but you know, I'm just going with it. Yeah. Blocks. Ooh, coins. Yeah, I'll take that. I don't trust these fire guys. Yep. Okay. Are these bricks supposed to be haunted? Like, I don't know. Like these little dudes in there or something. See? There it was. Haunted brick. Trying to sneak up on me and do haunted brick things. Like, I'm a brick. I'm gonna jump onto your face. Bunch of crap. Just saying. Yeah, more coins, more coins. Oh crap! Oh man! I totally got fished! Yeah. Ah! Ugh. Yeah, man, I'm totally losing my Mario mojo. Alright. Flower. I was hoping to get, you know, like the Street Star thing again. You know, for the ladies. Alright, here's the thing. I'm really not any good at these memory games. Yeah. I got a feeling there's gonna be a lot more of that. Alright. Eat a mushroom. Go into a spooky castle, and it's full of skeletons. I mean, is it really full of skeletons, or, is this like a side effect from the mushroom I just ate? I mean, I don't really want to go there, but one has to ask. You know, I knew a guy who looked like a thwomp. I mean, he had the same expression, like, Like, he was always mad and, you know, always just more or less ill-tempered, but he had that same expression on his face. Tried to be cool and messed it up. Okay, so, of all the guys that Bowser could hire to guard his castles, he gets the guy who basically just waves his arms around. You know, he's like, Bowser's like, hey, you can spaz attack, so I'm gonna put you in charge of all my castles. That's like your special move. Just waving them around. Alright. So apparently these are the Australian cousins to the Hammer Brothers. Boomerang Brothers. Although, in this case, only one. He's the Boomerang Brother. So, are there, like, any Australians out there who are watching this that, like, identify with the Boomerang Brothers? Fire guys. I feel like I should spend more time just avoiding them, you know? Like, sometimes if you're at the grocery store and there's, like, somebody next to you in line and they just feel like they have to talk to you. And you're trying to figure out a reason not to talk to them, and it gets all awkward. I mean, is that just me? Whoa. Something happened to that turtle. I just like watching that, it's cool. Like, yeah, man, keep doing your thing in your shell. That's pretty awesome. Alright. Star. Off to a good start. I'll probably bone it up, though. Yeah. Okay, so these piranha plants. Apparently they can grow in the desert in the sand. I don't know, I think that's cheating. Also, this guy, he's a son, but he's having like a really bad day, you know what I mean? He's just angry, and I'm like, I can't help it, like, man, why are you so angry? I mean, you got a desert. What else do you want? He's like, I'm the son and I'm gonna take you out, because, well, apparently I got nothing else to do. Hey, that's 2 stars. Almost there. Going to the house of the toad. Yeah, you know what? It took me a while playing this game before I found this little secret thing. And you know, everyone else who plays is like, well, I always knew where that was. You know, like, how you make like outrageous claims when you're a kid about how awesome you are at a game when, you know, you really didn't know. But you're not gonna let anybody else know that. You just say, yeah, I already knew that. I'm awesome. Because you really believe that, like, you know, on the playground, your, you know, Nintendo skills, we're gonna, like, you know, get you some cred. The sad truth was, it totally did give you cred. Oh, man! I got boomeranged. A boomerang's journey begins and ends in your hands. Alright, maybe I watched too much TV. Here we go again. Oh, look at that! Can't remember anything. Nope, well, moving on. Oh, yeah, chain chomps. Alright, I got a game theory here for you. I mean, it's just as credible as all the other stupid game theories out on the internet. Okay, chain chomps. They are a metaphor. And they're a metaphor usually for, you know, a guy's wife who, you know, keeps him down. You know, like, keeps him from hanging out with the guys, keeps doing things that he'd like to do. But more or less, you know, keeps him in line, you know. The old ball and chain. So, alright, here we go. I think that Bowser really wants to marry the princess to keep him in line. Think about it. You know, he's captured the princess over and over and over again. You know, I mean, he's had plenty of times to, you know, off her. You know, sleep with the fishies. Just, you know, eliminate her completely from the picture. But he won't. You know why? Because, well, love might be a kind of a strong word, but he needs her. He wants to marry her. Because if he's married to her, she'll keep him in line. She'll keep him from, you know, going out and terrorizing and doing that stuff. Because he knows he has a problem. And he believes the princess is gonna help him fix it. You know, kind of like that, you know, I can change him kind of mentality. But, you know, I'm telling you, it's legit. Just as legit as anything else. Alright, Pyramid, let's get it on. Oh wait, this guy first. Alright, so we got underground music going again. It looks like stars on the walls. I don't know, maybe they're like Christmas lights. Like, you know, they decorated the place. Does that mean this is like a club? Like Club Koopa? You know, if I look hard enough on the internet, there probably is like, you know, a club mix to this underground music. Look, I'm not gonna go look for it. If you want to, it's at your own risk. Yeah, you know what? if this is a club, there's probably like, you know, a bar and, you know, restrooms right or somewhere. And we'll know which ones, which Koopas are girls, because there'll be this huge line in front of the ladies' room. Man, there's a lot of buzzy beetles around here. Someone let them up on the ceiling. Man, another thing. Always getting boomeranged. Gotta watch these guys. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this is something else I kinda suck at. It's not gonna happen. Whoa! Holy crap, it happened! That's amazing! Castle time! Psych! That's right. If 2 wasn't enough, we're going for the 3rd whistle. There. The trifecta is complete. Man, toads really have some useful stuff laying around. I mean, do they use this stuff? What's Toad gonna do with a frog suit? These are questions I probably, you know, shouldn't be asking. So the king gets transformed into like a spidery thing with gigantic lips. Right. Okay. Yeah, I think we can deal with this. Here we go. Okay, so, the Koopa kids steal, you know, the wands from all the kings, right? So, they're like 7 kingdoms, 7 kings, 7 wands. They steal the wands and then turn them into weird crap. So if these kings had these wands, why didn't they, like, none of them use them offensively? I mean, what are the Koopa, I mean, anytime these Koopa kids come, these are kids, man. These are like children, and they're showing up and taking their wands. Why didn't they, like, I don't know, use their wands to, like, give them a spanking? Like, cast a spank spell. That would have been awesome. I've been Abraca Spectra. Just saying. Yeah, these guys. Ah! Take it. Okay, I totally jumped right onto that thing. That was my bad. Okay, let's go again. You know what? I'm still thinking about these kings who just, you know, handed over their wands, you know? I mean, like, did they not know what these wands can do? I mean, maybe they didn't. I mean, maybe they were, like, using it for something else. Like, I don't know. Like, they used it to, like, you know, Febreze the castle. Make it smell good. And then, like, you know, after the fact, they're like, what? You can use these to change people into crap? We had no idea. We were just using it, you know, as an air freshener. Also, you know, Bowser, like, totally, like, sent in his kids to do this. I mean, are they very capable kids? But you know what? I bet these kings just, like, let them in the door. They're like, oh, hey, here's some kids. Probably thought they were, like, you know, trick-or-treaters or something. They just handed it over. And then they were like, ha, Africa Koopa. I just turned you into something, nerd. This must be Morton. Yeah, he's the dumb one. You know, like, probably like, you know, chews on his own socks. Sweet. kindly old king gets transformed back from a big-lipped bug. Right. Ah. I was reading that. Oh yeah, fireballs underwater. Sweet. Take that, squid guy. Yeah. My fireballs are so hot, even the water can't put them out. Yeah, seriously, I'm not sure how effective fireballs would be if they didn't work underwater. Oh, man. I hope these music notes don't, like, jack me up. Extra lives. Oh, yeah, gotcha. One up. Not 5, just 1. Man, this is a water world. Super Mario is Kevin Costner as that fish guy in Waterworld. What's up, King Koopa? Alright, King Koopa is Dennis Hopper as that one-eyed guy from Waterworld. Wait a minute! Dennis Hopper already played King Koopa in the Super Mario movie! Weird. Oh man, this better not cause like one of those paradox things where like it destroys the space-time continuum. Alright, let's see if we can get a star. Man, I seriously have no mojo going now. Trying to get some stars, I'm just getting mushrooms. And here we go with the memory game again. Probably not so much. Oop. Hey. Yeah, alright. Oh, yeah. Now we're back to par. Alright. Alright, Toad, what do you got for me? Another frog suit. Toad, what are you doing with these frog suits? What kind of creepy Toad cosplay are you into? Okay. These fish really freak me out. Man, I'm gonna have to start calling them the paranoid fish. Because they're just swimming around, waiting to eat you. And if you get in a hurry, man, you're just gonna be its lunch. I just want to get through this level. Yeah. Yeah. Take that, bad fish. Oh man, he's back. Fireball, fireball, fireball. Alright. Thinking happy thoughts. Thinking happy things. Going to my happy place. Thinking about, like, Selma Hayek. Like Desperado, Selma Hayek. And a plate of tachos. A big plate of tachos. Desperado's Selma Hayek bringing me a plate of tachos. I don't want to be that fish's lunch. Oh. I got 2 mushrooms. Let's see if we can get for a 3rd. Another creepy castle. Koopa skeletons and, other things. I'm always gonna see that kid's face in a thwomp. Alright, this is the one where, like, you have all the doors, and you don't know which one to go through, so you have to keep doing it over and over. And, oh, I got it right. Alright, you're going down. Nice. Seriously, I must have done this one like 100 times, because I'm like, well, I guess I'll try this door, and I'll try this door. Oh, back to the Hammer Brothers. 2. And 2 this time. Okay. So, Hammer Brothers 2, the sequel. It's basically the same movie all over again, except this time, like, one of the brothers gets kidnapped by the Colombian drug lords. Remember those guys? And now the other brother has to go down to Colombia to rescue him. And he's being all, you know, funky, and he's got his hammer on, and he's beating bad guys up. That'd be awesome. But it'd probably be a good idea to, like, not make a third movie. You know, usually by the third movie, you know, it just seems desperate. So it'd be just better idea not to do it at all. I mean, you're more or less out of good ideas by that time. That's not gonna stop me from, like, you know, cashing in on royalties. You know, give it to some, you know, new director who thinks that he can do just as good a job, but at the end, he won't. Be gone! Man! I was so close. I was so close to getting 3 mushrooms. Yeah, might as well. Maybe there'll be a tail in here. Aha! That's what you always check. Side-scrolling. Man, I don't like the side-scrolling levels. You ever get the feeling that these side-scrolling levels are really just a metaphor for life? You know? You feel like you have to wait for things to happen, and then if you jump too fast, there's crap waiting for you just to jack you up. And the whole time you're thinking, man, that ain't fair. Maybe that's just my life. Like, trying to get ahead, and then there's just a red turtle waiting for you to take away your powers. And then you have, like, these fall-away things. Like, if you stand on them too long, they just, you know, fall. Come to think of it, they look like powdered donuts. You know, if you think about it that way, it's not so bad. Like, ground that falls out beneath you is really powdered donuts. Oh, man. Spiky balls. Except these guys are like barfing spiky balls. There's too much spiky ball action going on in this level. You know, come to think of it, there's not much water happening in this level either. I mean, it's Water World, but, you know, all we have are, like, these spiky ball barfing dudes, and, yeah, there's, like, a winged Koopa guy. So, I don't know. I got nothing. I like getting a star, but I'd rather the other one be a star, not a flower. So, basically it's another castle, only this time it's, you know, underwater, because it's Water World. Alright. What the? Okay. I like white bars. So I gotta swim through these, like, haunted zero candy bars. Whatever. Actually, that sounds pretty good. You ever take, like, a zero bar and throw it in the freezer? So it's, like, super cold. Eating it that way is awesome. Just saying. I mean, if you're gonna freeze a candy bar, that's a good one to do. Oh. Oh, man. That fish really wants to eat me. Seriously, when I talk about this fish, people just say I'm paranoid. That's why I call it the paranoia fish. Because I'm like, look, it's down there, it's swimming around, it wants to eat me. And of course, it's never around when they see it. It's like... Take that. Take it! You're not going to eat me, fish. I just want this level to get done. But here's the problem, if you rush it, you're done. Oh crap, oh crap. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Oh. See what I mean? Get in a rush, you get eaten by a fish. Alright, what am I gonna use? What am I gonna use? Yep. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. When in doubt, just, you know, use firepower. Just fireball this dude. Okay. Concentrate. Can't think about things. Can't think about Desperado Selma Hayek or tachos. I can't think about Selma Hayek eating all my tachos. Seriously, this thing is just like anxiety fuel. You know he's there. You know he's waiting. You know he's waiting to put sauce on you to eat you. Alright. Seriously, I'm glad that one's over. Is he like pooping little Koopas? Okay, game, that's disgusting. Bombs. I kind of wish I had like bombs I could just like take out of my pocket and use them at different times. You know, come to think of it though, I'm not exactly sure what I would use them for. I mean, you know, on second thought, I don't think they're really that handy. Oh, good. I was wondering if there was water in this. You know, this is like the token water part of this water level. Out of the way, fish. I let you live. Alright. That ain't bad. Let's see if we can make stars happen. Here we go again. Oh, look. Couldn't remember. Big surprise. Okay, good. Let's just move on. Okay, seriously, what did he get turned into? It's got, like, stringy hair or something. He's like a strung-out Koopa. Alright. Fireball, 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 fireball. Man, you know, these ships really hold a lot of these mechanics. I mean, how many of them are down there, anyway? Seriously, how many cannons do you need on this ship? I mean, they're only shooting at each other. What's this? It's like a screw bridge thing? Does all the crew have to use this? That's right. You are not throwing any wrenches at me. Bonk. She's like every mean girl you've ever known. Oh man, see what I mean? Huh? Just... Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really good at dealing with, you know, mean girls. How do you talk to them? You're just gonna be mean. I've really been more of the guy who could, like, you know, talk to the girls who, you know... Alright, I'm gonna be honest. I could really only talk to the girls who have divorced parents. Okay, I totally went too far that time. I apologize. So look, I'm a frog, and I'm on a ship with people throwing crap at me and people shooting cannons at me. Frogging it up. Yeah. You know, I bet Wendy actually is probably a popular girl. You know what I mean? She just has, like, that really assertive personality where she, like, makes people be her friends. You know? And then, like, everybody's afraid to stand up to her because, you know, they don't want to be, you know, they don't want to be the unpopular one. They don't want to be the one who, like, you know, makes her mad. Just saying. Alright, Wendy. You're going down. This is for, like, all the mean things you say to, you know, all the nice girls who might go out with me. Yeah. That's right. Go back to your shallow friends and your overly decorated locker. At least I turned the king back. Wait a minute! That king he's dressed up as me! I mean, like, you know, Mario. He's an imposter! Man, that ain't cool. Actually, you know what? It's more like he's a fanboy, right? Like, he just loves Mario, so he dresses up like him. He gets up in the morning. Hey, it's me, Mario, and I'm a king. Whatever. Alright, what do we got? What the? What a crap! Everything's enormous! Wait, look at that guy! It's like, everything's huge! Hey, how come my mushroom's not bigger? Although that'd be pretty awesome. Man. Like, if I got a big mushroom, I'd turn into giant Mario. Bricks are bigger. And that cloud, that smiley cloud's even bigger. Seriously, it's like everybody in this world made a wish at the same Zoltar machine. Oh yeah. Star number 2. You know, I'm starting to think I've got a toxic relationship with this memory game. See? Hey, one up. Mushroom. Holy crap! Well, I did. Okay. For a second I thought it was gonna have, like, those, paranoia fish that try to eat you. So, that's cool. I'll take giant stuff. Notice, like, there's some of these piranha plants that are smaller. I guess I didn't make the cut. Also, it'd be really cool if these flying fish were enormous. I mean, you have these giant fish coming out of the water, like, trying to jack you up. I mean, that'd make it look really awesome because you'd be going along and there'd be, like, huge fish just kind of jumping out of the water. I don't know. Just saying. Alright, Toad. What do you got for me today? Oh. Fire flower. That works. What the? Okay, so it's like a Hammer Brother, only he's huge. Kinda fat. I will call you Chubby T. Hey, speaking of tea. So, when I was in college and living in the dorms, like, every other day I get this phone call, and it'd be this guy asking for T-Bone. Like, I'd answer the phone, and he'd be like, hey, T-Bone there. And I'd have to say, no, nobody named T-Bone here. But it didn't stop him from calling, like, 2 days later, asking for T-Bone. And this went on for, like 3 months. It was weird. I mean, was it a joke? It sounded sincere. Man, this guy really wanted to talk to T-Bone. Man, I kinda started to feel sorry for him. Maybe I should have, like, said, this ain't T-Bone, but, this is, I don't know, like, ribeye. Do you need to talk? You sound like you need to talk. Spooky castle. Oh, what the? Great. Now even the candle's flames are alive. Great. Oh. This must be like the castle basement. Does Bowser know these guys are down here, like, beatboxing in the basement? It's like if you go upstairs, you have to be spookier. You know, I mean, like, yeah, see, spooky castle music up here. But I guess you can get down in the basement. Alright. Oh, hey, it's that, what do you call him? That, Lakitu guy. Throwing the spiky balls. You know, this must have been his job before he started officiating races for Mario Kart. I guess it makes sense they'd hire him because, you know, he's got a flying cloud. Kind of cornered the market for, you know, being able to fly around and look at stuff. Alright. Start. Do the memory game again. Seriously? I'm the worst at this. You know, I'm starting to question Toad's loyalty and commitment to, you know, getting rid of King Koopa. He's got 3 boxes, but he only lets you have 1 of them. And it's full of cool stuff. I totally Indiana Jones that guy. Just show up and win. Fireball. Yeah, check it out, I'm gonna do it again. Alright. Man, these fireballs are handy against these huge guys. Also, these piranha plants kind of look like Audrey too. You know, mean green mothers from outer space. Yeah, only they don't, like, jive talk you. Like Simo. Okay, so if you go through this door, it just changes everything back to, like, normal sizes. But, like, seriously, why would you do that? It would just make it kind of normal and boring. Don't even bother doing it. There we go. Oh, man. Whoa! Oh, yeah! Yeah, 5 up. Alright, Chevy T. P-Wing. Alright, Toad, what do you got? Since I only get, you know, 1. Ah! Tanuki! Alright. Suck it. I'm using the whistle. I'm not ashamed. Look, it's in the game. It's supposed to be used. Also, I'm, getting a little impatient. Let's go again! Let's take down Bowser now. Alright, Bowser, what you got? Alright. Got bombs and... Oh, crap! They're being shot out of cannons! Like, it's a freaking circus act. Man. Oh! Man. I totally couldn't see that. Alright, well. Let's try it as a frog. I mean, why not? Hey. I'm pretty good as a hot frog. Oh, yeah. Oh, my hot frog. Hot frog powers. I can jump. Yeah, in the sky. I jump over your kind of bombs. Oh, man. I got hit by one of these, you know, mechanic guys. So these mechanics are like, basically like tank nerds. Their job is to, like, you know, fix stuff. And the only thing they can really do, you know, offensively is to throw their tools at you. They're like, meh. That's okay. Don't worry, they have a skill set that apparently Bowser needs. They have to keep this stretch tank thing? Seriously, it's like a stretch limo, only as a tank. Whoa, that's a big cannon. Take that. Alright. Down to the end. Oh. Oh, stop. Alright. Let's do it again, only this time on a boat. Seriously, if any of you start singing that boat song, I'm gonna bite you on the leg. Man! Man, I didn't even see that guy. Those bombs blended into the background. They're like bomb ninjas. Alright, well, let's do it again. Man? Okay, I'm like totally sucking now. Okay, you might notice notice that I'm, swimming under the boat. Yep. Look, the game lets you do it. It's not cheating. I'm gonna argue that it takes a little bit of skill to do this, because if you do it wrong, you're drowned. Man, Mario can really hold his breath. Call him Mario Threepwood. He can hold his breath for 10 minutes. Okay, let's beat the captain. Just bonk. Do, 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 do. All right. Man, this is the part where those hand guys come and they pull you down. Alright. Whoa! That never happens. I always get pulled down. Alright. Okay. Yes, I'm using a P-Wing to fly over this level. It's not cheating. I got the P-Wing, and I'm using it now. Yes, it'd be a lot harder to do the level without the P-Wing. But look, I got nothing to prove. Just want to get it done. I mean, what are you proving anyway? I mean, you're proving how awesome you are by, what kind of a video game you play. Ladies, does that turn you on for, a dude being able to do this without using the P-Wing? Does it make that much of a difference? Because if it does, I don't know. That might be pretty hot. Alright, if you're gonna do it for the ladies. Yes, I'm using the cloud. And I'm using it again. Look, I got those clouds fair and square. And I choose to use them there. Yeah. On to the castle. Man, a lot of flying disco balls in this one. Man. Stop it! Sorry, I'm totally messing up. It occurs to me that, all these castles are basically obstacle courses. When you think of it that way, man, this would be a great place to work. I mean, that'd be great job satisfaction. It's like, alright, you go to work every day and you basically stop people from getting through your castle. And you work as a team with all the other guys. Man, that made me feel pretty good. Of course, except for this thwomp, I don't think anything's gonna please this guy. Although the spiky entrance here is probably not up to code. Bowser doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who cares about OSHA regulations. Yeah. That's right. P-Wing. I choose to P-Wing. I choose to P-Wing all over this level. Yep. Still flying over the level. Yep. There's all the mechanics. Tank nerds. Yep. Still going. Okay, I guess you can make an argument that using the P-Wing is literally boring. Yep. Oh, well, it was nice of them to stop when I got to the end. Alright. Okay, here we go. Bonk. Oh, crap. He can fly? Oh, man. There we go. Man, that was close. I didn't mean to make him mad so he'd, like, you know, fly at me. Alright, here we go. Bowser's Castle. Man! Man, Bowser's got a very aggressive security system. Oh, man. Flying disco balls, you got the haunted flames that are chasing you. It's like a greatest hits of everything. What? Oh, I guess that was like one of those secret passages. Alright. When in doubt, always go up and to the right. Yeah. He's also got a lot of statues of himself. He's kind of a narcissist. You know what? Maybe we should think more positively about this. It's good that Bowser loves himself for who he is. I mean, I'm still gonna take him down, but at least he's got self-esteem, you know what I mean? Alright, here we go. Fireballs. Man. He's totally jumping. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a bit of irony, right? I spend the whole game jumping on, you know, his employees. And then at the end, he's gonna jump on me. You know. Man, take out the floor, too. I guess he is kind of a big dude. Yep. Alright. Well, I guess he landed in the basement. He's gonna find all of his employees beatboxing down there. Oh man, they're in trouble. I mean, he's not gonna be in a good mood. Alright. Guess this is the princess. Thank you. But our... what? Princess? Is in another castle? What? Oh. I get it. Alright. Wait, this is a stage? Was this supposed to be a musical? Well, alright. What's up, nerds? Thanks for joining me for this playthrough of Mario 3. Yeah, I warped, but that's okay, 'cause you just wasted your Saturday. You better not steal this ROM, or else I'll have to tell your mom. Then she'll go and mow the lawn. and you probably won't get paid. Oh, I've better things to do than spend this time with you. Oh, please, just get a clue. I think you need a shower too. It's time to move along and end this stupid song. And please, don't get me wrong, just go outside and get some sun. You know what, on second thought, this wouldn't make a very good musical. Alright, that's it. So, everybody, like my video, it'll make me feel good. Subscribe so you can, check me out on Saturdays when I do this again with other games. And hit the little bell icon thingy down there so I can bug you about it. Alright. Later.